Good afternoon, everybody. This is Pastor Mark McDonald with First United Methodist Church of Batesville with our weekly update, a chance for you to hear some of the things that are going on. Our newsletter comes out every Wednesday, so if you receive it by email, you receive it on Wednesday afternoons. If you get it in the mail, it's usually Thursday or Friday at your house. And so I cover a lot of things that are in there, but I also give you some other things that you may not know about, kind of behind the scenes look. And I don't cover everything, so I encourage you to get a copy of that newsletter to keep up with the most recent information. First thing I want to do today is say this: hang in there. I know this is going on forever. Our launch team is meeting every single week. Those are the ministry coordinators that are elected into leadership in our church. They're meeting with me every week, almost every single week. And one of the big questions that we're facing is, what are our next steps in this time of uncertainty? You know that there's a lot of work going on inside of the church. We continue our breakfast and our blessing box. We have small groups that are meeting outside. Some are coming inside to the fellowship hall now as the weather starts to change. We have some options, but we're looking for more ways to stay connected. I know it's been a long time, but hear me, hang in there. As the scriptures say, take courage. Don't give up on this. Our church is doing great in this with all things considered. Our community is doing great. And while it's uncertain how long this will go on, how fast it will change for the good or for the bad, we still have a mission to make disciples and find ways to reach new people for Jesus Christ. And to do that, we have to take care of each other. So the first thing I want to challenge you to do is reach out to somebody else in church this week. Call somebody, text somebody, send them an email, send them a card. Just say, I miss you. I mean, I know that's obvious, but it has meant a lot to me and to others when we get somebody that reaches out to us. The second thing I want to say today is a very personal note, and it's a very simple two-word phrase: thank you. Thank you so much. You know that my son got married and my wife and I were out of town. She got injured and had to have some surgery. You have been so wonderful in your outpouring of cards and calls and expressions of love and prayers. I am so grateful for that. There are so many in our church that are in need of your prayers right now and that support. So just keep that going. But thank you from the bottom of my heart. Plus, I was out at the wedding and watched the worship service and saw this entire surprise video for Pastor Appreciation Day. I can tell you that I feel appreciated and I feel loved. Thank you so much for all that. So while I'm saying thank you, while I'm saying hang in there, let's talk about what's going on right now. You get that newsletter, you'll see several different things. The big one right now, and the reason I'm broadcasting this a little bit early today, is that at 5:30 today, this Wednesday, which is October 21st, we have a drive-through picnic. You may say, what is that? Well, it's an alternative Christmas opportunity, alternative Halloween opportunity. See, I don't even know what day it is like everybody else. Halloween is one of those questionable events that in the middle of this time of COVID separation, should we go, should we not? So I am so pleased that Katie McLean and our children's ministry, our staff, our volunteers are working to offer a drive-through picnic. And it's real simple. From 5:30 to 6:30 today, bring your car with your kids and drive through, get a hot dog, chips, and a drink. And then we also have goodie bags that include some treats, but also some stay-at-home activities if you want some activities to do, like a devotional and other things that you can take home. While Halloween's different this year, we know that we are still the same in Christ, and we're going to keep going through this. So today from 5:30 to 6:30, that's not very long from now. You have plenty of time to make it. Join us for that drive-through picnic. Just anytime between 5:30 and 6:30, come through that covered drop-off area where we have our main entrance in between the buildings, and you will find us there and ready to say hi. It'll be a wonderful chance just to see everybody. Even if you don't want the treats, you don't want the bags, come and get just a time to see each other and wave and say hi to each other. If you're looking for other opportunities, next Wednesday we're doing a parking lot worship service on 7th Street like we've done a few times. This is to honor our healthcare heroes. Everybody in the church is welcome at these Wednesday activities. Next week, everybody's welcome to come and share in a brief worship service like we've done before, between 20 and 30 minutes of worship. And then we're inviting all those who are working in healthcare to drive through that covered drop-off. We have a special gift for you. to say thank you for all that you're doing for us. So those are our Wednesday night activities. Just make sure you know tonight's the big one, 5:30 to 6:30. Come through, see some people, pick up some goodies, find an alternative Halloween. So especially the children, but I would love to see everybody. I'll be there, and I would love just to get to see your face and tell you I miss you. Second, the sanctuary work has begun. We've done a lot of prep work over the last few weeks, and I'm excited to show you a few pictures today. Look at that beautiful hardwood floor that we have in there. It's absolutely beautiful. That's under the pews. So they pulled the pews out so they can work in there, and they've covered up that hardwood now to keep it safe. We are in the process of the final steps of ordering our carpet for it, and they are scraping the walls. The good news is, so far we have found no significant damage in the wood. So it's just a lot of blistering in the paint and the plaster from the previous leaks that we have fixed now. And so they are working on that, moving along with the sanctuary. The trustees have already accomplished major things. They painted the hallways, the first and second floor hallways in the administrative and sanctuary buildings. The ceiling repair is complete from some water damage from one of our air conditioning units that backed up. The sanctuary work is fully underway. The carpet will be ordered, and we're working on plans for pew cushions and a ramp that goes up into the chancel area. So there's still some work going on that. Our church council meets this Thursday night to talk about that. You're welcome to call the office and get the Zoom link if you want to hear some of those updates. And then our pavilion, the outdoor pavilion we've talked about, will start up within the next couple of weeks. They've ordered the materials for that. I've shared a picture before in some places, but it will look something like the new dog park pavilion, and this is an example of that. We're excited about this being an outdoor space. While we continue in these uncertain times, we're trying to find ways to give you opportunities to be able to meet face-to-face in safe ways. Remember, we have 2 worship services going on every week now. 9 o'clock, a contemporary service, 11 o'clock, a traditional one. We're working out the kinks. Don't hesitate to send me a message or contact me of any ideas that you have that would make either one of those reach more people. We also have some cards with a QR code, so somebody can take their smartphone camera, point at that card, and when they do, it will take them to our YouTube site so they can watch the worship services. So here's what we're going to do. We're handing those out in some of our activities, but we will have them in the Bible box that's in our parking lot outside of the main entrance. There is a box that has Bibles that people can give away, or if you have an old Bible you'd like to put in there, others can come and get a free Bible that way. We'll also have these invitation cards. So come by and pick one up. You can hand them to family, friends, neighbors, relatives, and invite them to join us online. Remember, they don't have to live here to do that anymore. And so pick up one of these. All they do is point their smartphone camera at that QR code, that funny looking design, and it'll take them straight to our YouTube channel. They can go to any of the worship services that we've done during this time and watch what's going on, and hopefully find ways to connect with our church and bring even more people into that. Remember, we have daily devotionals that are going on almost every day. Last night we had our charge conference, so we set in motion. We basically have no changes in our leadership, just a few key positions of people that needed to change. We changed a few of those, but we have taken steps just to move forward, and our leadership is working hard to use this as a time of preparation for some deep work to get ready for our next steps. So hang in there. Thank you so much for your support. I'm so honored to be your pastor, and I'm here for you. Don't hesitate to reach out to me, text me, call me, Facebook me, email me. I don't check Facebook on the go a whole lot, but I check it every day. I check my email every day. Text me anything that I can do to be your pastor. Please let me know. I am here for you, and hang in there. Remember the challenge again this week. Reach out to somebody else, because it begins with you and me reaching out and saying, hey, I miss you, and just catching up. As I get to do that every week, that's one of the most refreshing times of my week, just to get to visit with some people and see how you're doing. Remember that we're working to make a plan for our next steps, so hang in there, stay close to God, stay close to each other. I hope you can make it up tonight for our drive-through picnic, next Wednesday night for our Healthcare Heroes worship service, and I hope that you have a blessed evening, a blessed week, and be a blessing.